da, hello and welcome to Full Time. It is Friday again. Thank God it's Friday, and like so often I'm spending Friday nights here down at the workshop, building, tinkering, crafting some figure dioramas. As you can see based on the title, I've even updated the title. Today we will have a blast. We have everything. I've prepared everything. At least I hope I prepared everything. So as the title implies, I'm still working on this Tohu figurine additional base. This is the figure, the Konpaku Youmu. I brought her today into the workshop again because I want to test fit her on the new base that I made for her. This is the original base that belongs to the figure minus all the accessories, and I've made a mock-up version. So this is the mock-up version. It is still unpainted, of course, but here is the place where the 1 foot peg holds, and then I will now have to check where the second one goes. So I will do this today. And the thing about it is that this is a little bit tricky to put it together. I mean, I've done it now like 2 or 3 times, so I already know how it goes, and I even like managed to shave a little bit off of the plastic pack on her. I guess it's the right knee, so it now fits a bit better. Still, I filmed her B-roll yesterday with the like a completed figure, completely mounted. So I filmed the B-roll yesterday. I hope that the footage is okay. I hadn't the time to check all the bits and like all the files, but you know, I hope that it's okay, that everything is like in focus, and that there is no like dust on like areas where I would mind to have them. And so I started with the fully mounted figure, and then I removed parts to like show the like the mounting process, and now I'm now back to like a dismantled figure, and if everything goes according to plan, I don't have to mount her again until after the figure photo. So yeah, okay, so today we will have a blast. I swear we'll have a blast today. Not only will we build stuff today, I always have my trusty teacup. I've brought my favorite teacup, my special. It has a like a spot where the paint is missing, but this was made by my family like years ago. It's one of my older figure photos on there, and it's a big teacup. It's not I guess it's not my favorite teacup, but it's one of my favorite teacups. And then of course, last Friday, so a week ago, I went to the chocolate factory, and I've brought some chocolate with me from the chocolate factory, and also their product portfolio as a printed catalog, so we can flip through this as well. And if the talking point wheel spins up and will hit the chocolate section, then we might even talk a little bit more about chocolate, all things chocolate. So if you want to select talking points for this night's stream, you can do this if you type !spin into the chat. I guess it works on Twitch. I'm not sure if it works on YouTube, but on Twitch I know it works. And then a wheel will spin, and we can see talking points. And then it's like a cooldown for like 60 minutes. So I have like a good amount of time to talk about certain topics. So yeah, I guess I will now start with the process of mounting her to the base, because this is the first thing I want to do. So let me try to switch up the cameras so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Isn't that great? I also like change the batteries on my microphone. So those are now fresh batteries. So there shouldn't be a chance that the microphone goes out. Because if you're wondering what I'm talking about, microphone and batteries and why do I have to change them, isn't that like a normal like PC gaming headset? No, it's not. It's like the headset is separate from the microphone. So I wouldn't like have to wear the headset. In fact, I don't hear myself over the headset because that would be messy. I never was used to hearing myself over headsets, and since I'm also not speaking in my native tongue, I have to speak in English. So this would even mess up more of my speaking patterns and of the quality of the stream. So I don't hear myself over the headset. I just hear the music that you are hearing at a constant volume, because the music is set that if I'm silent, then the music will pick up. So yeah. So music is, this is a new track that this one artist that I'm always using the background music of. This is Koyuchi, very talented person, I think, and apparently like a real person who makes music. It's not like AI generated things. At least that's what I'm getting from the descriptions. So it's like it has those like Japanese like shamisen inspired parts in there. It has a bit of like rhythm and beats, sometimes lo-fi, sometimes more traditional instruments. So I like the music, especially for the Friday streams. And this is a new track. It came out today, so I'm playing this for the first part of the stream. So yeah, so I'm hearing this music, but you will hear me talk, of course. So yeah, I hope this is, I hope the microphone works well. So first I have to check what diameter this pack is, because there are two packs on this figure. One is on her left foot, and one is on her knee. That one on the knee looks a bit strange because there is like a metal rod in there. It almost looks like it already broke off, but no, this is like it came. I mean, I shaved a bit off here on the side, but this part here, it is like it's from out of the box. This one is more traditional, just a plastic pack, and it's quite narrow, so I will now measure it so that I can drill into my fake base. Let's see, this is about, it's a 4mm pack, so I can use a 4mm drill, so I will do so. And I guess I have to drill this with the mini tool. Let me use the mini tool there. I have to look at the original base. I think this is like very straightforward. It's not angled in any particular way. This is like a really straight hole into it, almost middle bit to the side. So I need a 4mm drill bit. I guess a normal drill bit would suffice. Don't need a wood drill for that. It's just cardboard. So let's see, 4mm. Is this 4mm? That's 3.5. No, we'll just need 4mm. Yeah. Okay, we'll use this. 4mm should be still accepted by the mini tool, because if it goes any like bigger, it will not accept the drill bit anymore. Or no, it does not accept it. It's 4mm already too big. That's a shame. So I can't use the mini tool. Well, but maybe I will use the mini tool regardless. So I will let it here on the counter. So I have to use a normal drill. Excuse me. I have to grab it from the shelf. Okay, so let's drill it with a normal drill then. Oh well. The deepness of this thing, it's relatively deep, but here it will, I not did the like what is it called, the structure paste of the whole thing, so I will add this later on. So I will now drill into this. Let me see, like this angle. Yeah, kinda. Okay. So problem is there is only cardboard beneath it, so it went straight through it. And let me see if she fits on here. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Okay. So then of course now we have to check for the for the support bar, because without that she would not sit, even on the original base. This would not suffice. So for the support bar, I have to create this whole thing out of cardboard first. So let me see. I've measured this thing actually. I have like photos of the original base, and I've measured everything so that I can take references. This would be so much easier with a 3D scanner. I would just like scan the base and then print it, and then add finer details later on. But now I have to like do it with like very crude materials and tools. So I will use this cardboard. So then we need a ruler. I did not prepare any tools, but I did this almost on purpose because, let's face it, we don't have to rush things here. Let's have a chill stream, somewhat. I'm so glad that I was like able to be on time today, because believe it or not, we finished last week. We finished the renovation of the garden, so I now have a bit more time to do stuff, and I don't have to be constantly outside. So this one is almost 1 centimeter in thickness. So like this part here, it's almost 1 centimeter. But because of the way I'm building this, I have to like take it into account. So 7.8 centimeter in length. So let's do this first. And 1.8 centimeter in widthness. Is this correct? It's like 1.8. It seems so much, but yeah, okay, it's 18 millimeters. For some reason, this isn't straight in any particular way, so I will just let me cut this straight. Okay. So now 8.18 millimeters in width. Let's see. So in terms of schedule, obviously I won't take the picture in May because May will end like on Sunday. But I really hope that I will be able to finish this in June, somewhere in June. Second half of June I might take the picture, because like I said, now that the garden is finished, I have more time. I mean, I was trying the whole time when we renovated, I was trying to keep the streaming schedule at least. Sometimes I was like 10 to 15 minutes late, but usually I tried to keep the streaming schedule. But what you didn't see is that I hadn't really time to work off stream on those things, because normally I try and I tend to work off stream as well, so that you can see at least a bit of a progress. Because if I would do this like purely on stream, not only I'm a bit like faster if I work off stream, I also like you know, it would take more time because I will only work one day at the week on this. So yeah, not ideal. So 7.8 is the height. I guess it doesn't have to be like this precise, but still somewhere in this ballpark. This is also what I've used for the initial structure of the base. It's a 3 millimeter very dense cardboard that is primarily used for book covers, for hard covers, for books. So if you are like a crafty person and do your own book binding, you might use this as a hard cover. But I find that for like figure miniatures, this works well as a material because it's relatively dense, but still you can cut it with a knife, even if it's a bit hard to do, and you can almost like sand it like wood. You can glue it like wood. It weighs nothing, but it is dense. So some very nice like attributes to this this whole thing. So now I have to do the middle portion, and the middle portion, like this is 3 millimeter, so 2 of them are 6 millimeter. So the middle should only be like 3 millimeter, so that I have 9, or make it like 4. Make it 4 millimeter. So I need a second stripe that is only 4 millimeter. Let's do this. I can't really do 4 millimeter. I think I have to. That's the only downside of this like ruler, that it is like a bit imprecise in this at this range, but I've worked like this before, so I know my way around it. So usually I do this on Friday, like working in the workshop on my figure backdrops on stream. And on Monday, I do plastic models, working some plastic models. But unlike, I mean, I don't have much of a comparison, to be honest, but I guess unlike other people, I'm not rushing those either. Usually it takes me like 2 months until I finish a plastic model kit. Currently I'm working on a Lancer, on a 30-minute Lancer. And when I started this kit, I immediately said, okay, this is not like 30-minute build time, this might be 30 Mondays of build time, because I'm in the midst of painting the kit. Because I gotta say, I mean, I like the build, like so many people, the process and the act of building a plastic model, especially if it's like those all those Japanese plastic models that are like snapped together without glue. This is very, you know, very satisfying to build, something like that. But I don't like the look of those plastic models, to be honest. I mean, I'm a figure guy. I come from a scale figure like perspective, so I don't really like the look of those as much. And so, yeah, I usually try to pretty them up with paint, and so it takes a while because I'm not the like biggest expert when it comes to painting. I guess over time I might learn some techniques to be a bit more faster, but still no, but still skillful, not like sloppy fast, but like good fast, like someone who does the painting. Because I think I might think that at some point you have to be a bit faster and a bit like efficient, because if everybody would invest so much time, then the whole industry might go bankrupt, because they wouldn't sell those plastic model kits as much. So yeah, this is like on Monday, like it's called Pla Monday. I'm only doing things if I have a good pun for them, to be honest. If there isn't a good pun or like a good wordplay or a good like a clever name of something, I might not do it. Only if I have a pun, then I will consider it. So there is full time. It's a derivative of tool time, like the sitcom, the 80s. Was it the 80s or the 90s sitcom? I don't know. It's a very old. At some point, you could say it's like a current sitcom, because where I'm located here in Austria, it still airs on TV. So you can still watch it. But yeah. Okay, and I now just figured that this is relatively pointless what I'm doing here, because I have to fill the inside as well of this like support beam. At least I think that I have to. But then again, if I fill this, no, wouldn't be wise to do this. I think if I fill this, I might only just do a snippet in there. Yeah. Okay, just a snippet, just a little teeny bit of snippet here, and then it's okay. Because otherwise it would be hard to drill a hole into it. Because the pack on her knee is like it's not round. It's like a rectangle, like or trapezoid. It's something. It's a structure. So I cannot really drill into it. I have to basically mold and form this crevice, this hole into the beam here. So it might take a bit of ingenuity and a bit of patience to do this. And therefore I will only just, you know, fill it with a 3mm cardboard on the top. Because let's be honest, her knee rests on this structure. So if it fits, it fits. It doesn't have to support anything. It's just there to be like a resting place. The figure looks pretty though. I've like mounted her for the first time like last week, so like really mounted her like with all the bells and whistles. And I've now take the B-roll, like I said, and it looks really pretty, gotta say. I mean, even with the normal base, I hope that she will look even prettier with my special base, with an extended base, so to say. But even with the normal base, she looks still awesome. I mean, let's be honest, that's the reason why I bought her. It's not the reason because I like the character. I know nothing about the character. I know a little bit about Toho, like what it is and what's the origin and some of the music and some of the characters I can even name. I can even distinguish. I can even distinguish some Toho characters. Like, what is it like? Is it Melissa, like the one with the witch head, and then is it like Remu, the red one? Like there are some sisters, like Scarlet Sisters. That's a thing I know. Then there is this like Baka thing, the ice fairy type. Cyrano, yeah, Cyrano was the name. So I know a few Toho characters. I've even played this like Mario Kart rip-off thing where you have like drive them in go-karts. That's a fun game, I think. But other than that, and of course I played a few Toho games, but I'm not really good at video games, and of course, therefore I'm also not good at bullet hell video games, so I can play them on a very low difficulty. Or I can play them on a very high difficulty on, what is it called, Lunatic? The master difficulty of Toho games. But of course I will fail instantly, so yeah, I can play them at hard difficulty, but I might not go far into the stage. But I think those are fun games, like bullet time games. It's a very old concept of a video game, because this is reaching back like to the what was the first like side-scrolling like shooting gallery thing. It was a Gallica or something like that. And basically, those Toho games are this, but on steroids. I mean, those have more to do with like pattern recognition, I think. And if you are looking for a more modern interpretation of a bullet hell, you might, with more substantial like story, you might also find enjoyment out of the Undertale game series. But yeah, so now I have to see how this fits, because this is the base I've already like built. This is the lantern. This is like this section here that I have to put on the base like this. And now this thing, I mean, I have to check how this works. Where to put this? Let's see. How do I accomplish this? Let's see. I will just put her here. And then if I do this, I have to cut it. Yeah, okay. This doesn't look so bad. I might have to already cut it into an angle. Kind of like on the original base. Let's see, maybe like this. I'm totally winging this, by the way. But that's the beauty of those things. If it doesn't work, you can recut it, and if this doesn't work, you can basically just start from scratch. This might be a bit too hard to shit. I dropped something, but this like survived the drop. This is like glued together with like 3D printed and glued together, and this works so well. I'm still amazed how good the PLA and the super glue works together. So let's cut this with a proper saw. I saw him saw, killing me softly with his saw. I guess I don't need the wooden support, but I still have to cut this. Oh, just cut into my mat, my placemat. So yeah, okay. Well. So, and now let's see if this fits together in any way. I think I also have to cut this as well. Like so. Okay, yeah. I mean, this looks the part. And I maybe have to cut it like this. Like slices of a bologna. I mean, that might work. Okay. So the thing is, I might have to glue this together to see it, but I hope I can still do a quick little mock-up. Okay, so it's a bit too short now. It's a bit too short now. Is it though? Or is it? I mean, do I want to have her more upwards facing? Then it would be a bit short. It would be a bit short. Let's see. As if I'm doing it like this. Okay, so like this. Okay, so yeah, it's a bit short. It's a bit short, but the angle is almost there. Maybe a bit. Let's take the angle to a bit more shallow, shall we? A bit more shallow angle. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice looking structure. Okay, so if I can get this a bit higher up, it would be perfect. So I'm making this a second time, but I know how to cut it now. So I only have to make this a bit wider. Oh God. So it's a trial and error thing. Like I said, it's not a hassle. And I also can try to get this a little bit smaller because I will add the clay on top of it. So let's add a little bit of leeway. So let's see, we have like 1.8, let's make it 1.5 then. it's easier for me to calculate. And of course, if you're enjoying the live streams, I'm also doing YouTube videos, like regular videos, on my YouTube channel, that are reviews, figure reviews of various like scale figures and like price figures and Nendoroids and like action figures like Figmas. So basically everything I buy. it's just an excuse to buy figures and to say, oh hey, look, I will do content with those figures, so they aren't like it's not a waste of time. It's content, you know. So yeah, that's that. I'm doing figure reviews as well, and they are scripted. So if you think, how will this person that is barely speaking English, able to do figure reviews in English? Those are scripted. So I can do multiple takes. I will do multiple takes, and therefore, if I mess something up, you might not notice it as much. Or you might. Because even if it's scripted, if the script is terrible and full of grammatical faults, then of course my take will also be that, because I'm just reading from the script. I'm not even reading from the script, I just memorize all the lines. It's more like acting. It's like the thing when you go to school and you have to learn a poem or like a monologue. This is a thing you people have to do in school still, because when I went to school, we had like to memorize like poems, like 3 or 4 or 5 verses of a poem, and then we have to recite it in front of the class. This was like a major thing we had to do. Wasn't super important to our grade, but still it mattered. And for some reason, I could remember, I can remember that I was quite good doing this. Of course, it was like in German, but I was quite good doing this because for some reason I was like the only one who like actually enjoyed like speaking with a bit of a cadence. Like I didn't stand in front of the class and just told those verses in a monotone voice. I was like emphasizing certain like points. I mean, very basic, but still. And so it totally, you know, set me apart from my peers, from the other students. Yeah, and I still do this to this day. I mean, we had like workshops, so like group workshops from my company where I'm working at sometimes, and it's always interesting. I mean, if you go to school and you have like basically kids, you're around kids, and they joke around, they won't take anything serious, they will laugh a lot. But then you join the workforce and you think like, okay, so this has to be different now. So those like grown-ass people are standing in front of a small group of peers, of colleagues that they might even know or not know so well, and they have to like present something. They could even prepare for it, like a short essay, so to say. And what should I say? They are terrible at this. I mean, they don't have to be like super godly speakers or like actors, but they are like giggling the whole time because of their own words, and if they mess up certain words, they are just like giggling and like, haha, it's funny. And I'm like, oh my god. It's like, I don't know. It doesn't like turn me on in the slightest. I mean, I guess I kind of like intelligent people a lot. Certainly, I do like when people are like more intelligent than I am, or more clever. If they like challenge me a bit. Because there is like this saying, isn't it? If you are the smartest person in a room, if you have the feeling that you are the smartest person in the room, just stand up and leave the room and search for another room where you are not the smartest person. Because otherwise you wouldn't be like learning anything in this environment, and you would not like, you know, evolve. I mean, I guess some people would say you don't have to evolve. Not everything is a competition. But then again, if you are like a grown-up person and you can't like hold a speech, like a basic speech, without like laughing and giggling and like telling jokes all the way. I mean, jokes are fine. I'm doing this in my reviews as well, and I've done this in the past when I made more like sketchy videos. Not sketchy in a way of like unserious, but like a sketch comedy thing. Because like I think comedy to a certain point, or like doing funny things, saying funny things, acting in a funny way, is a very easy way to be liked. You know, everyone likes the clown, the jester. We would say like the Pausenclown in German, like the the guy at the schoolyard who is always like joking around. Everyone likes those people to an extent, at least they pretend. So it's easy. It's not so easy to like do something serious, especially if you're like filming videos. I guess nowadays it's a bit more common to have like a bit of seriousness in things like video essays. But back then, in my days, when the internet was like kind of a new thing, and this whole like creator economy just started, like doing funny videos was basically the way to do it, because then you wouldn't have to act as much. Because acting serious is of course more hard than being like funny, at least to a certain extent. So, okay. So where is the cover for this? So I've made it a second time, and hopefully it now fits. So yeah. You can also, if you like miss the start of the stream, or if you want to like see it on a later time, all those streams are like on demand. You can, I guess, on Twitch you can only watch them like 5 or 7 days after the stream aired, but on YouTube they are available. I'm still not sure if this like hinders my channel, because basically they are like appearing as a new upload, those live streams, and I don't have the time to like make them nice. I mean, in terms of like thumbnail and description and whatnot, or like do certain announcements. So yeah, if you are subscribed to the channel, or if you see this, you will get constant like notifications that something happened. But usually it's just, oh, it's just a live stream. I don't mind the live streams. So yeah, I mean, that's a bummer for sure. If you're
hoping for new figure content, and then it's constantly a live stream after live stream after live stream. So yeah. Okay, so let's try this again, if it works, because then I could carry on with the clay and with the fitting of the figure. Do I have like, no, I don't have like clean figures, but I don't know. This is why my figures aren't like super rare collectibles with tons of resale value, because I treat them rather harshly during this period of tinkering and like basically just building the base. But yeah, this works now, because she will be like this, because this goes inside. So yeah, this works well. So if I guess I have to like glue this on here at a certain point. Let's see. It's really hard because nothing is fixed in place. Can I just like? I want to tape this down, I think, or like maybe just like be a bit more careful. Just pretend. Just pretend that it's there. Okay, so if I place it like this, it would do. Okay, let's try not to move it, and I will just mark it a bit. Okay, so yeah, now I know where to put this. Okay, and now the hole, now the foot hole or the knee hole. Honestly, I can just like cut this off here, and then I might have the perfect indent. But how to do? I mean, with the knife it would be a bit. I mean, let's try this. I just push it in. Doesn't matter. Can I place her on this thing? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it just has to rest, like so. And would you look at that? It almost works. It's just a bit too big. Okay, so it's a bit okay, because this. Oh, okay. I see what's happening. It won't stay in place, but this can be fixed with some tape, of course. I had this whole structure like covered in tape as well, so of course this was missing. Excuse me. I have to cut everything with my sharp teeth. It's like a reflex to use my teeth for everything. Even when I build plastic models, I really have to like focus that I'm not using my teeth to pull things apart. When I do Lego, I do it constantly, or at least I used to do it when I was still building Lego. Especially as a child, I constantly used my teeth. To my defense, there was no thing like a brick separator back then. The brick separator is I guess it's a kind of a new thing for Lego builds to have a brick separator. Would you look at that? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. That looks so nice. So basically, I can just leave this open as it is and just like add the clay around it. And this is exactly what I will do now. And this hole here on this side, I will just stick something in there to like keep the clay from going in there. Is this like, this is too big, I think, or is it? I mean, kinda is. Don't want to make this any bigger as it already is, so I guess this is okay. This rod is okay. Yeah, that's the perfect rod for this job. So that's the thing. I always have to keep everything, all the small bits and pieces, because sometimes you need them. But then again, I don't want to most of the time, because I'm not a hoarding person. I only want to have like those things that I really need. Okay, so then I also can do this pointy part here as well, like as a cardboard, because I have this one now. Like, look at this. It's almost this exact same thing. No, this is the part that I did not. Maybe I can use it. Should I use it, like, because, you know, why waste a perfectly good piece? I would say I will use this. This is the part. Look, it's almost the same, isn't it? Isn't it great? But I can use this. I can totally use this. I mean, I have to cut it because it's like what's like a spear. But I mean, why not? Let's try to cut this. I mean, I can cut into my placemat. Done it already once, so why not a second time? So this is like very pointy. So let's cut it this way. The rest of the way I will do with the knife. So where was I? Yeah, the YouTube videos. Huh? So yeah, so I do reviews. That's a given, because if I have the figures, I can also review them. Might be helpful to certain people. And I also do like what's it called? A thing, like a show where I tell you what I did in the hobby during the past month. In fact, I've recorded one of those shows the other day, because it's the end of May. I don't know if you noticed, but May is coming to an end, sadly. And therefore I had to record a little show segment. I wasn't sure if I would say show or segment, so it came out as segment that is called My Month in Figures, where I tell you everything I did in the hobby during the last month. And since I'm not doing much in the hobby, because everything I do takes an eternity, the videos aren't that long. And because the videos aren't that long, big brain move, I decided to also tell you about my favorite figures that were released in the correspondent month. And I packed them into a little ranking, like 1 to 10. I'm not doing the like tier list. I know, like, it's a more modern thing to pack everything into a tier list, like F tier, E tier, D tier, A tier, S tier, you know. But I don't do this. I'm an old fart. I'm not doing tier lists. So yeah. So I just ranked them. And I mainly do this because, you know, I need some content, and also I need some figures into my to add to my collection as well, because currently my showcase is a bit empty since I moved to this new location. And so it is not purely altruistic. It's it also has to benefit me as well. And yeah, let me just remove this quickly, and let's check the other part, how this fits together. It was like this, wasn't it? I guess it was like this, yes. And so this, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. I can work with that. I mean, the clay will add a bit of like structure to it, so yeah, it has to work. It's okay. It's okay. So I guess we can do the clay now. Then I have all the major parts of this figure base. But after that, I still have to do more of those. But then they are like a bit more easy to do because I can just freestyle them. Over there's like a big. Let me show this to you. I don't have to stand up because I'm an old man. See this pile of rubble in the corner. Let me zoom into it and just, you know, get the focus working. Like there it is. You see, this was my first initial draft. This is in the front. You can make out the original base. That the white parts are the lanterns, and then all those like floating pieces around it will be like added to this initial base design. So yeah, that's the thing that I'm trying to accomplish here. So those like additional pieces, they don't have to fit any angles, they don't have to line up with anything. Yeah, so it's a bit easier. So I can just, this is like something I might do off stream, because let's be honest, it's just more of the things I just did. Would get super boring. I mean, it kind of is already, but yeah, still. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, those are the things I do. I stream twice a week, sometimes bonus streams. Now that the garden is finished, I also want to reinstall my monthly Friends with Plamofits streams, where I build plastic model things together with a friend, live on stream. And yeah, so I might take a short break now. It's 1 hour into the stream. I might tidy up the place and roll out the clay, roll out the dough, so that we can start cooking here, and cover this with clay. And then we almost are at the point to paint this. I have to sand this as well, but I will do this off stream outside, because sanding like dry clay is a mess, very dusty, and I don't want this. So I will sand this off stream, maybe during the weekend, and yeah, then I can paint this. But the lanterns are already like sanded and have a primer thing on it, like a cement or concrete like primer thing, so I can like detail them a bit with weathering effects. Very nice. So yeah, I have my shovel and my like, what is it called? Like the thing? I don't know. It's a Bordwisch in Austrian German. It's a Bordwisch, you know. So yeah, I will see you shortly after the break. I will tidy up the place, okay? Okay. Quick off-camera burp, and we are back from the intermission. I have everything here. I have my placemate, my dirty placemate. I have the clay over here in my Tupperware. I guess I won't need this anymore, so let's put it back on the board. It almost looks like I'm working on something. Very important to have like little plans and schematics over so that it might look more professional, so to say. I'm in a very good mood today. I don't know if you can tell I'm in a very good mood today. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm in a good mood. It's Friday night. I don't know if I will taste the chocolate because normally I'm still missing regulars into the stream, so I might have to share them. I have to share this experience with them. So maybe you have to join on Monday. Maybe I will do the chocolate on Monday if nobody shows up. Maybe it's better for my figure, my personal figure, if I don't eat chocolate late at night. But well, let's see what's. I can show you like a gin. I've received like a Sakura gin, but I guess I have to like really check if I can like drink on stream. Like let me see. Let me see what the AI is saying. So let me see. Let me check. Hey Gemini, can I drink alcohol on a Twitch live stream?
Let me look up the current policies for you. Yes, you are allowed to consume alcohol on a Twitch live stream, but there are some important guidelines you need to follow. First, you must be of legal drinking age in your jurisdiction, and the consumption must not be excessive or pose a harm to yourself. Additionally, you cannot use alcohol consumption as an incentive for donations, bits, or other monetary rewards. Depending on how visible it is, you might also need to use a content classification label to let viewers know. Is there a specific type of stream you were thinking of doing?
Not really. Thank you. That's enough. Okay, so good thing is I can drink, but I might have to do it moderately. So yeah, that was the plan all along. But that's a nice thing. I can because I still have my tea, of course. It got a bit chilly, like the last 2 nights. But I might have to switch to something else during summer, other than tea. Okay, so I'm in a good mood. I might bring out the gin, but now let's bring out the clay. Bring out the clay first. Let's have a victory. Let's have a victory shot later on. I don't have a shot glass here. What's the nearest thing that I have to a shot glass here? I guess a syringe is something I have here. I maybe have to like bring some shot glasses from the kitchen, or one shot glass. There is nobody around. Don't need like 2 glasses. Okay, so. Let me switch the camera so that you don't have to see my face as much. No. I also have to go to the what's this called? The hairdresser. The person who cuts your hair. Hairdresser. I guess it's hairdresser, isn't it? It's like this. Hairstylist. Don't need that. I mean, let's face it. There is nothing to style here. But I'm not going to because I started to cut my hair way prior to the pandemic. I know some people are started cutting their own hair during the pandemic, but I started way earlier. Luckily, I don't have to cut my own hair. I have like people who do it, like in the family or friends, who are willing to do it. And I'm also not like super. What should I say? I'm not like picky at all when it comes to hairstyling. So I'm just glad someone uses the razor and like shaves my hair to a shorter length, because I know the hair will grow back. So doesn't really matter. It's also kind of funny. Oh, Darbarok, hello there. Oh, boss. Oh. That's nice. There's also one person, like another figure photographer, who started to call me senpai. I guess it's technically it's correct because chances are high that I'm older than him. That's like the thing when you get older. The chances that you are the oldest person in the room is increasing. I've had this like in my workplace. Senpai noticed me. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. I was a bit worried. Oh, where were you? I was thinking, should I call the police? But then I remembered that, you know, that's not how it works. But yeah, we have like a discussion, and then we noticed that I'm like one of the oldest person in the office now. What's weird because I was never used to be the oldest person, not by a long, not by much, but still. And also because I'm not feeling as old, or not, I'm not acting as like in the typical what typical people my age would do or would be interested in. Oh, you're 37. Okay, yeah, that's younger than me. Not by much, I guess. It's kind of the same, really. But I turned 41 like last year. Yeah, last year, like last week. And yeah. So yeah. But it is like it is. I mean, we all get older, and the older we get, the like faster time moves, of course, because we can't compare it to our previous lifetime that we spent. You know, like each day. Every day becomes a little bit less, like in percentage of your lifetime, I guess. You can explain it that way. But then again, you can also slow the things down. Especially like last week was super long. It felt super long. We made so much progress on so many different like projects and ways that it felt super long. Usually if you are like on holiday, it feels like short, and the cliche thing to say if you come back from vacation, you say like, oh, it was too short, because people are always asking, how was it? And you say, oh, it was too short. It's bullshit. It was exactly the length. We joined a little late today because we donated blood. Oh, needed some time to recover. Oh. I'm so embarrassed. I only donated blood once in my life, and it was somewhat voluntarily at the like military, because if you did it, then you could like go home early on that day. So yeah, but it wasn't like because I'm super squeamish when it comes to needles. I was also like I donated a kidney? Really? No way. Really? Okay, that's hardcore. If it's true, that's hardcore. If it's not just your typical I need money joke. I don't know. I guess, yeah, of course I would donate a kidney for like really close friends or family, but just like I mean, I guess if I'm dead, then I guess you have to declare this like in a. Is this really a thing that you can declare this if you are like injured deadly, that they can harvest your organs, or is this something you can only see in the movies? They ask me who, and ask me why I have 3 of them and blood on my head. Okay, so I guess you're joking. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know if it's like viable to. I guess it's viable to live with 1 kidney for a long time, but you have to be careful what you do. And I guess it also shortens your life. I could imagine that it shortens your life as well. You might not notice it because you don't know how long you live, but you might not because it, you know. And also I don't know what a kidney would be worth, because it's always like the joke that if you need money, sell your kidney. But what's a kidney worth? Like, is there any? Maybe another question for the AI. Used it like before and asked if I can drink on stream, and she told me yes I can. That's very nice. So I will not fact check this because it like reinforces my my beliefs, or like my, you know, I'm banned from teeing jokes. Oh. Yeah, but like donating blood, it's a very nice thing that people do this. I have like co-workers who do it like constantly, and my uncle also he's like a regular at the blood bank, or at least there are like buses that come to our town, and he does it regularly. So yeah. I also was like, because I'm a bit like frugal, and like I like making money. So I also like played with the idea of donating blood plasma, because you will be compensated for it, and you can do this basically every week if you want to. But then again, the blood banks that also take plasma aren't like super lenient when it comes to their operation times. So you have to drive somewhere specific, and then you have to be on point, on time. And like I said, I'm a bit squeamish when it comes to needles. I hadn't much, luckily I haven't much experience with them. So yeah. Last time I was like touched by a needle was like during the pandemic vaccines. But then of course this is like different than taking blood, because pushing something into your body is easier than like sucking something out of it. So yeah. I mean, I guess I had like to donate blood for my own for my own like cause, because sometimes when they have to check your health, you need to like give a bit of a blood. So yeah, I did that. But yeah, I only donated plasma right after COVID, and they needed. Yeah. But yeah, I guess if you're in need of money, it's a nice way to earn some. I find it interesting that they because I guess it takes a bit of a time, but I guess the time is not the issue here. I wonder if they would like have more blood donations, if they also offered a little bit of a compensation, like 10, 15 bucks, I don't know. I'm wondering that this is not a thing. Because usually they often say that they are in need of blood, especially. I don't even know my blood type, like from the top of my head. It's not something that is super rare. It's like kind of middle. It's like C tier. Back to the tier list. But it's also not like super common. It's not one of those that I can give blood to any person that I know for sure. And I'm not veep enough anymore that I know my blood type, and that I can like do some personality traits based on of it. So yeah. Time is the issue. Dark has donating blood regularly for a while, and I recently started joining him. Today was my first donation, and I even got the Metallica shirt for. Oh, Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Because usually you only get like what, red wine and like cookies and like or Coke, like Coca-Cola, soda. A Metallica T-shirt. Huh. Oh, so same with my blood type. Ah. Yeah, I guess I like some. I mean, there's like the blood type itself. That's a bit like where did the music go? Music. Oh, music is back. Okay, so it was a silent portion. So never mind. But then there is this what is it called? Rhesus factor, like negative, positive, things like that. And then it starts to get interesting. It's like with your sign, and then you have an like a cosine. Like I'm a Taurus, and then I can like be in with a cosine. The ascendant. So yeah, but nice that you joined the stream, because I've brought the chocolate down here, so I can show you the chocolate. Sadly, I can't share it. That's not a feature that is offered. Wouldn't it be cool, like, to have like a technology that you can share like physical items with people over the internet, like a replicator? That would be cool. But I guess that's too futuristic. It's like time travel, or like teleportation. It might never happen. I guess. I mean. But I can show you the. I've also brought the catalog. They have like a very thick product catalog, almost like a Lego catalog with all the products in it that you can order online, and it's basically the only viable source that you can get this chocolate, besides of going there in person. So online ordering is kind of the main way to do it. At least if you want to have the whole portfolio to choose from. Yeah. And if you want to order something, I also have like a voucher, because those vouchers are a bit weird. Being you can give blood to more blood types, so even being a negative can be positive. Yeah, that's sure. So negative is the good one. Okay, like the more versatile one, for say. Do you know why people here in Frankfurt hate the disabled people? No, I don't know. Do they hate them? I also gotta be honest, because they can stand. Oh god, oh, so mean. But I gotta be honest, I rarely see people in wheelchairs. It's not something that you see often, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, you see like old people on their like those things that can, like, basically like crutches, but more stable. But like people in wheelchairs, I don't see them too often. Like outside of hospitals, of course, and like, yeah. Especially like young people, you don't see them often. I mean, I guess it's a good thing, because if you are a young person and bind to a wheelchair, means that either you had something from birth, or you got like disabled at a very young age, and that of course sucks. So yeah, but couldn't like tell you when I saw my last person in a wheelchair. But then again, I'm not coming around much these days anymore, like in the city and like in public transport and things like that, so might be a me thing. I also always wondering. Sometimes when I drive my bicycle, like my street racing bicycle, I come across like people in like this bicycle-esque thing where you basically lie flat on the ground, and you spin the wheels or the chain either with your hands like this or with your feet, and you lie flat. It's like a more like a bob, like like those race bobs. Why would you use such a thing in traffic that's so low to the ground and barely visible to cars? Because driving with the bike is already might be considered as unsafe to some people, but driving those like really low slung vehicles seems a bit reckless. So there must be a reason, or is it just style and aerodynamics because it's so wedge shaped? I don't know. I'm curious. We call them Easter eggs because they look like rolling eggs on the ground, and usually they are very colorful. So yeah. Actually, here in the city center, you can find them often people on wheelchairs. Next to the Hauptbahnhof red light district, they often sell vitamins there. First I was thinking it was a joke when Frankfurt most vitamin addicted city in Germany, but no, it was okay. Yeah, I've heard this also, like the things with like all the vitamins in Frankfurt. I mean, here in Vienna we also have like spaces that are associated with that. And the thing is, you can't get rid of the places. That's an easy thing. You just redecorate them and kindly like make them not so user friendly, but you can't get rid of the people, so they will just pop up on other spaces. And over the decades, those like places moved around, but yeah, people like to consume vitamins. So okay, so this looks okay, so I will let this dry. Where do I let this dry? Here on the lid. Let's place it on the lid. That's aluminium foil. Let's like crunch together aluminium foil, and then I can like do this like to a certain extent, and it will add some texture to it. It's a fairly easy hack to get some texture, some stone texture into this. So let's do this the small part as well, or should I do this one first? I guess I should this one first, because I already fitted the figure to this mock-up base. I have brought her here into the workshop today. Oh, Jesus. Because yesterday I filmed the B-roll with her, so it was all was timed operations. Wednesday was filming my Manfin figure that I still have to edit. I still have like 1 hour of footage. It's crazy. It's 1 hour of footage that I will condense into like 10 minutes. That's how often I redo those takes, or I have to like memorize the script. So I have to still cut this like over the weekend. So maybe I will do a cutting session tomorrow, start early. And yesterday I filmed the B-roll for the figure, so now I could take her apart again and I can work. So it doesn't matter if something happens to her as much anymore. So yeah, now everything is fine with the figure. Yeah, I would like to build a Gundam once again. I might consider this, yes. Gundam would be appreciated to build. And I also like told Oki today that I will reinstall the Friends with Plumofits streams, so monthly build together streams. He of course has plenty of backlog, so he doesn't have to worry about it. But I'm not so heavy on backlog. In fact, I don't have those things. I have a figure backlog now, and I still ordering figures, mainly because of the videos. So let's find the hole again. Where is it? The fuck? Where is this? Why isn't this here? Okay, here it is. Let's cover this up. That's the annoying part, that I have to like keep it open. It's like this. I've seen this on some figures, that they put something in those pack holes that they don't deform over time, so they keep their shape. It's actually a nice trick. First time I saw this with Nadia Nendo was the first time that I came across this like thing, and I was not sure what it is. It was a bit like, you know, shaped like a massaging tool, you know. And I was like wondering what's it supposed to mean, but they told me that it's like inside the pack holes, so that they don't shrink back. So I will just leave this in here, let it dry. Yeah, another secret of blue water. Would you like to get one as a gift? No, it's not a way to addict the couple. I mean, I guess would be a nice gift. I would appreciate this. So if you want to gift me a Gampler of your choice, I wouldn't say no. I mean, had somebody ever say no to a gift like this? It was like, I want to gift. It's like when truck drivers at the company bring me something, like some energy drinks or some chocolate, and I'm always like, why are you doing this? It's like, I mean, it could be some sort of bribery, of course, but then again, I'm always like, shouldn't I like gift you some coffee or like, no? But no, sometimes they bring stuff. And I'm not saying no. The same thing when one of our neighbors, like when I did my introduction tour across the street, one of the neighbors like asked me if I want to come in and get some coffee, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I was like, normally it would be like the polite thing to like decline such an offer. It's like the same thing when colleagues ask if if I'm going like at the lunchtime, I'm going to the grocery store. Does someone need something? And of course the right answer is always no, I don't need anything. But it's like the nice thing to ask people to don't be a jerk. But of course the right thing to ask to answer back is no, I don't need anything. So I'm always curious if those people ask if somebody needs something from the grocery store or for the lunch run, if you give them like your weekend list of groceries. What would happen? It will like me. Okay, I have a list. I need those things. Could you bring them to me, please? I mean, you ask. Don't ask if you don't mean it. That would be hilarious. I'm sure someone has done this already. Oh, we had the drivers from Belarus at my first job and told them don't bring me alcohol, just those chocolate candies they make. Best ones ever eaten. Oh yeah, they don't bring me alcohol, of course. But yeah, sometimes they come with like no Foreigen stuff like treats. I gotta say, I mean, we are very well equipped when it comes to candy and chocolate and stuff like that. I guess we don't have to be ashamed of our sweets in any way. Austria, Germany, I don't know. And I gotta say that at least design-wise, those like treats from like the Balkan region or like the Eastern European stuff, visually it doesn't look as nice, I think. It always looks a bit sketchy. Maybe it's because I'm not used to it, how it looks. Maybe like if a Serb or like a Russian people sees our like Milka chocolate, they are also kind of weirded out because there is like a violet cow on it. What does it mean? But yeah, the graphic design on those like isn't super nice, I would say. And yeah, it's like, you know, you eat with your eyes too, and so it's always like, will it taste good? That was kind of Santa Claus. He really loves making gifts packages for friends. Oh, that's sweet. We watched your reviews of the Charmaiko and Kigurumi, and it was really fun. It took you a leak of a hand, immediately thought the flag would fit perfectly, and then you ended up like, yeah. I'm also like, Oki told me or showed me the like flag they use in the like space colony, like the Scion, is it? No? So I might try to replicate it. Don't know exactly why. Maybe I have to like let it print, because like make it out of paper would like look weird, I guess. But maybe I find some. I guess I can print it with like those like printing services, but only doing one copy is kind of ridiculous, because they expect you to order wholesale, at least like a few dozens copies. So yeah. But again, doesn't cost as much. So principle of Scion is quite based in Imperial Japan, no, Germany. Yeah, I mean, I was like, yeah, the design is very like, you know, very on the nose. So yeah, but yeah, the flagpole thing is a nice touch. Currently I'm displaying her with like this black flag, so I might use another one, like a real one, to have it even nicer. And yeah, that's the thing I try to come up with my reviews. They are not super in depth when it comes to like character moments, and I'm also not a inside person when it comes to figure like production or any stuff like that, or like material usage. But at least I try to come up with like different viewpoints. I try to think out of the box and show people things they can do with their figures that they might not have thought about. Because now the leak is with my smart dolls, and it fits perfectly. So I mean, it's a bit like out of place because it doesn't really fit together. But like I said, if you have a Miku, one of those like doll Mikus they produced, that might be a nice accessory. But yeah. They have a scene when the father of Scion leader tell him, "Do you know about the medieval person called the Adhe? Are you just like him?" His own father was disgusted with him, but he had taken that as a praise. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I might have to watch some Gundam. Maybe sometimes. especially if it's if I have like a friend group who is also interested, it is easy to get those series checked out. And to get like where is it? Now the music is it's quiet again. Okay, that's a weird one. Let's skip that. Let's skip that. Let's go to another track. Okay, that's better, I guess. So and was first to show PTSD. It's funny because like it's a very I guess it's a very like mature show, at least like the original one, like the OG Gundam. But then of course it's also made for kids, at least the toys. Because someone told me that the colors of a Gundam, like the red, blue, and yellow, together with the white, is because like children responded the best to it. Those are like bright colors that children like, and so they might be more inclined to buy the toys. But then again, is it like because when I think about children toys, I would not like go immediately to model kits, to like Gunpla. So is there like a more basic Gunpla or like a Gundam toys out there, like kind of Transformer things where it's just a robot that you can pose but you don't have to build it? Or are like Japanese Japanese children so much more like crafty and well versed in this, so that you can basically just get them a model kit at the age of 4 and they will just do it? Yeah, main hero was later put in home arrest for a few years and was not in the as she was not military but civilian. The good guys told him that he would execute him, but he was now a hero and can't do that because of the bad PR. Oh, a lucky one. I'm always kind of like curious if when this whole Gundam fandom started in the West, like in Europe especially, because back when I started doing conventions and it was like this brand new thing like anime, and not many people watched it or knew about it or even liked it. Like Gundam was not really talked about as much. I think there were like so many shows, and since the fandom always was very female oriented, I would say, in our like region, it was also like a show that I guess not many girls or women watched back then. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see when this whole like, I guess it all started with the figures, didn't it? Because if you have the merchandise, people will come. Because if you have a show without merchandise, what's the point of it? I mean, you can't buy anything and show your appreciation for the thing. That would be terrible. I mean, if you would like to do this, you could basically watch an art film, an art house film, and just, you know, brag about it in your friend group, how how quirky you are. Gundam Wing started in Europe. Okay. Yeah. I'm from. I at least like Gundam Wing. Yeah, that's just ringing some bell. It's like, oh, that's the pretty one with the wings and like it's like looks like an angel and like oh yeah, of course. The pretty Gundam. I guess Unicorn was also kind of like where it got really popular. And then of course the more modern series as well that are a bit more like, I guess, character focused rather than lore. Like they called like Iron-Blooded Orphans or something like that. Gundam created the comic market and the hentai genre. Seen in the movies for like naked girls taking shower. No, created a comic cat and the. I mean, I can see the comic cat at least, but hentai really is like okay. Isn't like hentai going back like to like basically art drawings of like wood sketches from like naked women or something? At least this is what they want to tell you when they try to mark it as a cultural thing. It was always character focused. Okay. Iron-Blooded Orphans get popular in USA because of the edge. Oh, the edge. I mean, it's even in the title. It's Iron-Blooded Orphans. Die eisenblutenden Weisen. It even sounds very ominous, to be honest. Iron-Blooded. You immediately think about like stuff like like Avatar, like wasn't it blood blending because of the iron in your blood? Isn't that how like blood bending works? Canonically. Now it's pointy. Look at this. This looks nice and pointy. Let's add some bit of structure, and then I'm good with the clay. Then I will just take a short break, tidy up everything again, and then I start with the weathering of the lanterns. But before that, I will bring out the chocolate. Irony. Oh, what irony. And of course it will get really, really mainstream once there is a Netflix show. Because I totally can see this, that at some point there will be like a Gundam Netflix show. Of course it won't be good. It won't be heavily criticized by all those like internet critics. Because it got too woke. But at some point I guess there will be a Gundam show. I guess there is even one in the making, isn't it? I see like some like pictures constantly popping off, but nowadays you can't really believe anything anymore. It's the same with like Lego sets. I guess there are like so many like mocks of Gundams made out of Lego, but there is no official set, at least what I'm aware of. So, but at some point there will be, because you're working against like infinity in terms of time, so yeah, it's not hard to predict things if you have like an infinite time horizon. You can say, yeah, at some point there will be this and that. And if you don't like specify like in 2 years, then you're on the safe side. I really like Johnny Gundam. I love Victorian style atmosphere. Oh. Yeah, that sounds like everything is Netflix is popular. I guess. I was like, I never like watched those like Demon Hunter thing. Not even like normally I don't watch shows. I don't like it's like out of this where's the camera, like this pop culture like spectrum. I only watch like this, but usually I'm aware of like this section because I usually like have like a guided a guided view of things because I just you know, let people watch it for me and then tell me about it. Because it's way cheaper that way, and you don't have to watch, you don't have to invest so much time in it. But yeah, for like Demon Hunters, I don't have like I've watched anything related to that. And recently I was like I heard on the radio because the only thing that I was like constantly hearing was that the songs are so good and so popular. And now I've heard on the radio that this one like Golden song that it's from the band, and I was listening to it and I was like, huh, okay, doesn't sound like too catchy, but okay. I guess it's the same thing with those like League of Legend soundtrack things that are like they were constantly like played on the radio the couple past years. I mean, there was this like KDA song that was really catchy that I guess started it all, and then the newer ones are kind of like it's okay, I guess, but I don't know, it's not my type of thing. Why isn't this closing anymore? Weird. It's normie stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, but let's be honest. It could be more normal. I mean, and it's also kind of a like a no. A weird flex, like to say, oh, I don't watch the normie stuff. I mean, I enjoyed it too, and usually I don't have like very high stakes in those like shows, so that I can get mad at them, because I'm not like really attached to anything like a certain property, and so I just watch it and like have a good time. So yeah, usually it's not that bad. So okay, we'll just clean up my hands, we'll clean up the place, and then I can come back again, and we will eat some chocolate, drink some gin, and weather some like structures here. Like very excited. So be right back. Okay, so the camera did not follow me. So unfortunate. Ha, here I am. So, I'm back. So, before we start to weather all those lanterns that I've sanded and primed with some concrete structure paste, I brought chocolate from the chocolate factory. It looks like this. This is like the like stereotypical Zotter bar, bean to bar. It's a chocolate bar, but it's kind of thick. It's almost so as thick as my finger, but it's only chocolate on the outside, and inside there is a cream usually. This one is port wine and fig. This contains alcohol, or at least it contains alcohol. Because I like chocolate and alcohol combined. Some people don't like it, even if they do consume alcohol, but I like things together. And that's their like portfolio thing for like 2025 and 2026. So let's see what we have. We have like, let's zoom in a bit that you can read along. Let's see. Okay. Get this into focus here. Yeah, that's a nice thing. So chocolate bars look like this. Here are the people who are making the chocolate in the factory. And then those are the traditional bars, like this one. Well, it's the same thing, but bigger. And those are all the variants that they have. Next page. It's just like variant, and those you can only get at the factory. Sometimes you find those in like specific shops, but they have like all of them, and they are changing constantly. And some of them are pretty like they sound like kind of normal, like here raspberry and cocos, but then some of them are plain weird, like. Here it's cheese and mango, or like it's like a pear on a bread, like on a like spreaded bread. Okay, those are like the special ones. Like you can also like create your own chocolate wrapper to say like happy birthday, or like to your like co-workers, or if you are like a company, you can print them. Of course, they have like as a miniature variant as well. They have like drinking chocolate. It's just like I don't find the drinking chocolate too appealing. If you visit the factory, they have this where it's constantly in a mixing container, so it tastes okay. But if you make the drinking chocolate at home, and it's just basically a bar of chocolate that you put into hot milk, it don't mixes together that well. It's not super appealing. I would rather eat some chocolate and drink some warm milk on the side. But yeah, they have like a couple different recipes for drinking chocolate. Then there is the like normal chocolate, the classic chocolate. It's like coffee. They are like single origin beans with different like percentages of cocoa. It starts with like 100%, of course, and it goes down to like 45, 35, like for milk chocolate. So those are the normal chocolates. Then you have this. Then they have like filled chocolate. It's kind of an after 8 thing here with like mint inside. I like mint chocolate things. Then there is like it's like something like granola bar with like nuts, more pictures of the people. So then there was like, this is like a cool thing they did. Those chocolates look like records, like vinyl records, or like CDs, because for a vinyl record it would be too small. And yeah, And I guess they are also associated with a track. So if you buy the chocolate, you can, I guess, download the track or something, the music track. Then of course they have like stuff that is, yeah, they look, they have like an artist that is doing all the graphic designs for them. A laserdisc player, yeah, those are also cool. I've known a few people with laserdisc players. That's a cool medium. I kind of want to get a record player for the studio, just to have one. So those are chocolates with like different sugars, like alternative sugars, like you know, from cocos and like date sugar, or like, you know, vegan stuff. Then there is like chocolate and fruit. This is like the classic chocolate here that you can also get in the supermarket. It's just like milk, white, and what's this? Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. Okay, so yeah, this is you can get at the chocolate factory, Notting Hill. So some of them are puns as well, of course. Then there is the mixing bar that you can only obtain at the factory. You basically do the tour, and then you have a terminal where you can basically mix together your own chocolate, and you can also select specific shapes. I mean, this is a bunny, and then you can of course do a heart and some basic stuff like that. So to have like a nice like gift to take along. But I need an NTSC, not a PAL. NTSC switch. NTSC. Oh my god! I'm so glad that we don't like. I mean, we kind of still have like different like frame rates, but it's not as important as it was like back in the 90s. Then of course they have like also is it praline? Is it like, you know, like little like chocolate things that you might get some for Valentine's, or like some conflict. Those are like new. Those are like dried fruit in chocolate, like dates or like pumpkins. Like was it a plum? You know, plum in. I kind of like that as well. They of course have like for baking as well. So if you want to use their chocolate for baking, they have them as a couverture. You can melt it down and use it on your own cakes and bakeries. They have it like in drop form if you want to do it in your cereals. They have the spreads as well, like kind of Nutella, but those glasses are really tiny. And luckily enough, I tried the hazelnut one in the factory, and it tasted so good. And you can read that, really? I mean, is it like big enough? So yeah. So yeah, and it tasted good in the factory, but when I took the glass home, I was like, this almost is too much hazelnut. It's too sweet. Then of course they have the popcorn as well. So yeah. For some reason they also sell like cake in a glass. It's a bit unnecessary. They also started like with coffee, and like now they have like bacon. Like they started with wine, and sometimes they will do other things as well. You can get a calendar, an advent calendar, or like Christmas tree hangings. So yeah, so everything chocolate. So guess I will now unwrap this bar of chocolate. It's a 60 gram, made in Austria. That's a thing you don't see that often anymore. It's also fairly, you know, it's not that perishable, not like a normal chocolate. There is like a small flavor text in here, and also it tells you to like enjoy the chocolate, not to eat it. And it has this nice golden wrapper. It's like aluminum foil. It's not, but it's like a nice golden wrapper. And there is the chocolate bar, and I don't have a knife that is clean. I guess I can. Oh, I don't. I have tools here somewhere. I have tools that I've never used. Where are those? Huh? You know, strange. Ah, there. Here it is. Here it is. Those are usually like for model kits, but I guess with the right bit, I can slice the chocolate. One that I never used before. So this looks like a chocolate slicing thing. Let's try. Does this even go in there? Does not work, really? I have to use this one? That's odd. It's not interchangeable. I have to use the big one. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, it looks. It's pricey. No, it's not. I mean, of course, it's more pricey than your like typical chocolate at the store. But I guess 100 gram is usually between like 3 or 5 euro. So, yeah. So let's cut this up. So I've never looked at this from the inside, to be honest, because normally I just bite into it. So that's fairly black because it's just like normal chocolate, but sometimes they are a bit more colorful. So let's cut into a small piece. That's usually how they do it in the factory as well. You only get like small pieces. They cut it down like this, and then you serve it to you. But of course, you can't stand there the whole day. So if you are patient, you will get some chocolate. So, guess I have to wash this. So yeah. But if you look at the like presentation they show you at the beginning of the tour, like this a small movie where the cocoa beans come from and until they like are fermented and dried, because then they will start to ship them to the factory and they will roast the beans themselves, and then they will make chocolate out of the beans. So this is all in-house, but the beans themselves of course come from like faraway places. And if you look at this and you see how much work this is to harvest those beans and to dry them and to ferment them and everything like that, that's still unbelievable cheap. I mean, basically we live like the things we can consume nowadays, we live like kings from like 200 or 300 years ago. Every one of us. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. Everyone lived like a king 200 years ago. Now. Okay, so now let's wash down this chocolate with some gin that I also like was able to retrieve. That's the Great Kyoto Golden Cherry Blossom Gin. It looks nice, but it tastes like gin, to be honest. We have been dental service than Rockefeller City. We have better dental service than Rockefeller. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like every medical service, it's now very. So I also can show off my shot glasses that are custom made. Very old though, but custom made My Little Pony shot glasses. We bought the shot glasses and then we brought them to a store to engrave them, and this one has like Twilight Sparkle on it. And it's like one of those early pony meme things, and it says on the bottom, it says "So sober," and this is the one with Celestia in this like majestic regal thing, and it says "drink" on it, all caps. So yeah, and there was like 6 of them, but we made them as a present to a friend, so I only have 2 of them left. So I guess I'll do the sober shot glass. Don't K-Club. So yeah, chin chin. Cheers to a good stream now and also in the future. I guess I have to. Ooh. Yeah, that's strong though. That's very strong. It's like there are gold. There's gold in it. I've just realized there is gold in it. Oh my god, it's so pretty. No, it's like
Oh my god, gold, that's the most useless thing. It's just, you know, make it more expensive. Wow, it's gold. So it might be an investment if I leave this in the counter. So what do you think about Uma Musume? Honestly, I've watched the show very early, so when the anime came out, like the original Uma Musume anime with like a special week, the first season, so to say. And back then, thanks Prost, yeah. Back then, everyone was like discarding this as a joke, like silly horse girl anime is about running around and like singing after the race and stuff like that. So it was like, it wasn't taken serious at any kind. Then the second season aired with what was it, Teo, with like team speaker. And this is also around the time when I learned that the characters, like, because we were also made it fun of the names of the horses as well, because some of them are very funny. Then we learned that those are like real race horses and that their history is like kind of based on the real horse as well. And nowadays it's super popular because of the video game that is, I guess, a new spin on a gacha. But it's one of those series or shows where I can say, oh, I liked this before it was popular, or at least I took it more serious when it was not like that well known. But I never played the game. I've also not watched the latest, like, what's it called? Cinderella? Is it Cinderella Grey? It's like the more serious one. So, yeah. But I like the figures. Originally, she became 7 years old. I played it back and a bit now. Yeah, I like that's like the thing, isn't it? That most of those gacha games, they are available not globally at launch, and so yeah. So let's see if what colors do I use to weather this down. Maybe those as well. Let's see. It's a more silver tone. Huh. Let's look into our treasure chest. Nothing in here. Nothing of value here. Let's look at the other one. Chestnut and salmon. That might be also come in handy. Let's see. Now I have to unpack this. Yeah, we also watched it. The fun thing is that it's popular amongst all the non-anime fans, as it's a horse racing betting. I mean, like it's like those like fandoms that it's always a bit treacherous, I would say, when a fandom that descends to another medium, so to say, brings together different like fans of certain things, because I know that they love their horses. I mean, they are the owners and the fans of the real race horses, and of course it's an honor to them to have like an anime adaptation, because you know it's Japan and anime is more like accepted as an art form. But then of course I guess they are not big fans of certain depictions of the anime of crowd, or like the game crowd. So yeah, I mean, what again? What do I know? This? Oh, that's a nice color actually. I guess I can use this with a brush and with some water, maybe with some gin. I mean, I can use the gin as a solvent, kind of like you do on cakes. Oh, let's see if this. I mean, it's more like gray, but it doesn't have to be like the same. Maybe I'll use like a wet palette. I don't have like a real good palette anymore. I can use this, like the backside, and try to use it as a wet palette. Let's see. Yeah, I can use this. This is good.
because we now use like so much water and so less paint. Let's see. Get into those cracks. And then we might immediately wash it off. Some tissue over here. Let's see. Oh. Yeah. That's the weathering stuff. Some would say a real weathering continent. It's a bit hard to clean this up because it's the surface is so rough, but yeah. I guess you don't need much more paint. We liked it before it came popular. Now we collect Nandroids of our favorite characters. Yeah. I mean, I only have like or at least I had the special week Nandroid. The first one basically that came out. And I have a Teo scale figure that I still have to like review and take pictures of, even though she's almost like half year here in the box. But yeah. And I guess the game is also kind of unique for a gacha game, I think, isn't it? It's like, for lack of a better term, it's like a football or a foosball manager, but with horses, so that you can basically just, you don't participate in the like event. It's random or based on your stats, isn't it? That you're just managing a team. And also, like, Football Manager is also a very popular game, even among non-FIFA players. So I guess might be interest some new gacha players as well. It's a dating sim training racing, no betting. Have you ever like been to a like betting place, like for like, I guess, can you bet on horses here? Is it a thing? Because the funny story is, our largest anime convention that is held once a year, the infamous Ani Night, had so many locations over their history, even almost double digits now. And one of those locations was a horse racing place. There was this famous, or rather also infamous, rich guy here in Austria that was into horse racing, and he built this like stadium for horse racing. But then he had to realize that this is not a very popular thing in Austria, so he had to rent out the place for other events as well, and one of them was Ani Night, and sadly this was before the big Uma Musume hype, so yeah, there weren't many like special events, because nowadays they would at least have like some race with cosplay people, like they did it at other locations as well, but back then nobody was paying attention. I only went to horse polo, and we had and we have farms on the other side of the main river. Okay, huh? But I guess the horse racing places that we have around here are like trap. So it's like the guy is not sitting on the horse itself, but rather it's like the horse is like pulling a chariot, a small one. So there is no jockey, so to say, because those horses have to be ridden by a jockey, isn't it? It's not like dog racing that the horse is racing on its own, isn't it? Because that's just in the anime. I mean, with dogs, it would be a bit cumbersome to put a person on a dog, but I guess that's the reason why they have those little rabbits that the dogs are chasing. But yeah. So let this dry for a bit. You can pay to ride a horse. I've never ridden a horse. Come to speak. Did I? No. Maybe a pony sometime as a little child. Some circus attraction, maybe. I was like on top of an elephant that I can remember at a circus when I was a child. But a horse? I don't think I has ridden a horse. Sometimes I see them here. We have stables in the neighborhood, and one of my friends has a like family member who is like into horse riding. The only thing he can like remember was like the smell, because everything like the saddle, the clothes, they all smell like horse. It's a very distinctive smell they have. So yeah. And you can't get rid of that easily, even if you wash the things. Kind of like my bicycle clothes. They always like have this aroma to them. Some would say they reek. Like sweat, but I don't like. I associate this with like the sport itself, because I come from a race bike family, so yeah, doesn't smell unpleasant for me. But some people really can't stand it, so I guess it's the same with horses. Was it a match of friendship? No, it was not. It was not. It was just I'm not even sure if I ever did it, because, you know, might be a fever dream as well. But yeah, I guess riding, like, you don't see people doing it like real. Sometimes they are on horseback, of course, but most of the time they are just like doing it very slowly. They're trotting along, so to say. But I've never seen a person like really riding like in the movies, like, because that's really hard, I think, to maintain balance and to not be like. And it's also kind of dangerous, even if you do it as a hobby. If you fall from a horse, I guess it's kind of like falling from a bicycle at some point. But then again, at least you control the bicycle. Bicycle has no mind on its own. So if you fall, I guess you are to blame. Or some other person is to blame, but not the bicycle itself most of the time. At least if there is no technical defect. So why a Twilight? I have a Twilight. I don't know if I still have it, but I guess I have it, because why would I get rid of it? I have a custom-made Twilight Sparkle suit that a friend of mine suit together for like a GalaCon. So it has like some key elements of the character. It's a relatively well-made suit for some cosplay item, because it's like it's not like a cheap costume, but it's also not like a high-quality suit. But it has some like pockets and in pockets, and it was a bit of. Sure, it was quite some work to put it together. But then again, she was like a person who was like doing this for a living at some point, so became a bit more natural to her. But I guess I still have the suit somewhere. The tie, of course, I have, because she also had like a stitching machine. So you could embroider the characters into the suit and into the ties. Suit like a wedding, yeah, like a wedding suit, yeah. I mean, or like a business suit. But I guess wedding would be more fitting because of the fit of the suit. It's more like a flamboyant thing, not like a business casual fit or pattern. And also had one for what was the photographing pony called? The with the glasses. Can't even remember. But I had one of those suits as well, like costume. It was a striped vest, so I kind of looked like a Foot Locker employee or like a referee in a football game. But with the wig, it was one of the most cosplay like things I've ever done. Like the most like earnest cosplay. Because when I did cosplay, it was super basic, but at least genuine. It was a complete joke, like cross-dressing in my early convention days, because cross-dressing was still fun then, or like you know, you could get some attention. So I was like cosplaying Chi, like from Chobits and stuff like that. Very, very, very crude. So today it would be like frowned upon, I guess, because everything became more serious and more like performance based. I mean, even like people like what is it called, Ladybeard or something, is that's like leagues above what I did. Or like this one old Japanese Oji-san that dresses in school uniforms. Basically it was something like that. Or I did like cheap like costume stuff for my videos, like dressing up as a Captain Morgan thing, or like other like characters from commercials, basic stuff. But I never was into cosplay that much, because I could not sew, like doing the garments myself. I never was like super into a specific character that I felt the need to cosplay them. And also due to my like hobby that was like filming and like producing content at conventions, I found it was super cumbersome to do this in a costume. I'm also a person who sweats very easily, so regardless if I put on some costume, if you let me run around with it in a summer heat, I would look like shit. Like if you do some makeup or do like some hairstyle or do like a wig, I would constantly mess up the wig, because I would constantly touch it and would be irritating. So I was never like a cosplay guy. Wrestler Ladybeard. So yeah, so she's now doing wrestling as well. I mean, wrestling. Yeah, wrestling would be like those are like more the characters that I did, like parodies of certain things. Also, never was like a real fan of wrestling. Even though I've watched so many like video essays about it, and they are interesting, but I would not be like a fan. I mean, in my peak like anime fandom, everything Japan is cool phase, I was watching like sumo when they still showed it on DSF, like Deutsche Sportfernsehen. There was a time when they like played sumo on there, like straight from Tokyo. That was kind of cool. Guess it's like American football nowadays. I even know some of the rules and some of the titles. So yeah. It was like super quirky. So I watch sumo, yeah. But yeah, wrestling was never my thing, as like a fandom. Even back then in my school days, when we still had like a classic like Hulk Hogan and what like The Undertaker and like those all-time classic wrestlers. And it was wasn't my thing. Also back then it was kind of hard to watch this. I think I wouldn't have known where to watch the wrestling matches. Nowadays it's easy. You just find them online, I guess. But back then, I don't know. Maybe some videotapes or. Thanks to iShield, I was interested. Yeah. That was a cool anime. iShield 21. Thanks to Welcome to NHK, I got depression because I understood the link. Oh. I've watched this as well, but I could not remember it very well what it was about. It was like this. I guess it was like Genshin, but more like psychedelic, I think. Because Genshin was a nice little show. I like this. Like there was I've watched all those meta shows back then. Like there was the light-hearted comic party show where it was about drawing doshinji and stuff and selling them at Comic Cat. And then of course there was Genshin. There was then or was it Genshin? No, it was Genshinken. Yeah, Genshin is the gacha game. It's and then of course there was Welcome to the NHK. I also read the manga about manga. Was it Shirabaku? Is it that one? So it's kind of long manga. Genshin is life. Yeah, Genshin is life. The manga, not the anime. I've never read the manga. I think I've only watched the anime. But yeah, the one about manga, drawing the manga was super. The shonen was super interesting to read. Bakuman, yeah. I've read it in the German volumes, and this was super interesting because it really leaned into this. Because normally you would expect to be such a story about a struggling artist who never reaches popularity, and maybe at the end he will have a big hit. But this is kind of the opposite, that he gets famous relatively quickly, and then he deals with the struggles of staying relevant. So and the whole Japanese manga publishing cycle with the rankings, that is a thing in real life. So yeah, it was interesting to see. Because I guess this is a totally different approach than Western comic releases or Western comic structure. It's not as competitive, I would say, because I was never really into Western comics like DC, Marvel, and all those basic superheroes. But from what I have understand, it's more like fan fiction, that you basically have certain characters someone created, and basically you can write stories with them if you want to. That's why you have all those alternative universes and different spins on the characters, where manga is just one's creation. And yeah. The manga takes around 8 years of their life. Yeah, maybe, I guess. It's a long manga. Also in terms of time that passes between in the story. So there is the one about voice acting, but I've never watched the show. Then of course I watched a New Game, the cute moe show about game development. That I guess doesn't really reflect real game development, with this all female game studio, kind of cute, kind of bubbly, but it was nice to watch, and I enjoyed the characters and the music and the visuals. So yeah, doesn't have to be close to reality. Again, what's with the music close to reality? That's not the thing I want to have. There's nothing. Okay, let's go to some old classics here on the stream. That's the downside of having only 1 hour playlist. 1 hour will be soon over. I read it years ago. Yeah, those are all kind of like old stories by now. Nowadays. But yeah, like I said, Uma Musume is certainly one of the, I guess, the better received like Musume titles over the year. And I gotta guess it's also one of those shows where the creators themselves were a bit like surprised by the success. I would imagine. But then again, yeah, horse racing is popular in Japan, so it might be like maybe it was a safe bet after all. So. We're having really pleasant conversation. Yeah, we do. We do. We're doing so well. Oh, I was telling this at the start of the stream. I'm really in a good mood today. Don't know exactly why. It wasn't a very like eventful day or like positive day, but no, for some reason I'm in a good mood. Maybe it's because it's payday. Maybe that's the reason. But then again, I don't care much anymore. Or maybe it's because I now have like a really nice rest. Oh, that reminds me of something. let me just like do something really quick. I have to water the garden, so I have to like turn on the sprinklers. Let me see, like the twos. I guess like 6 minutes for each of them is okay. So let me just start this. Okay, yeah, okay. So now it gets the water, because we cut the grass today for the very first time. Because we used like the pre-grown grass, like the Rollrasen, and now we cut it for the very first time because it has grown like crazy because we're watering it so much, and now it's so pretty. It looks like a football field or like a sports stadium. If I take a picture from above, maybe I can like do some visuals like they do at the football games where they like put some logos. Maybe I can put the Mo University logo into it from above. I'm always quite curious how they do it in American football. Those inserts on the grass, they look so real nowadays. The logos and the yards and stuff like that. As they say, gambling is the worst addiction. Oh, is it? I don't know. Yeah, I feel like taking with a long-known friend. Oh, that's sweet. Today's a payday, so there is a chance that the cash will be still with the end of the month. Mo University football team. Whole 3-month squad. Yeah. I guess we can still like, isn't free people enough like to play online like football simulator, or is there now a way to play like a FIFA game with 11 people? That would be kind of whack. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I really was like thinking about it, but then again I don't have the time to do it. To get into Forza, because you know Forza 6 came out, like Japan, yay! And I can enjoy a good racing game. Why not? Played a ton of Asphalt a couple of years ago on my Switch. Because, you know, I'm not in any danger of becoming addicted to gacha games. Most likely I will drop them before I spend a single penny. So I'm not like falling for those like monetarization schemes. But then again, I also can't participate in any real like late game content. So yeah, there has to be a downside for everything. Yeah, maybe FIFA. I played since the first Forza on Xbox Classic, but a split screen 2-player mode. Ooh, split screen. That's nice. Yeah, I kinda miss those days with like split screen and like co-op, like couch co-op. But then again, I'm not quite sure if the because I could only like play it on PC, and yeah, I don't know if it will work. I mean, the PC must be powerful enough, but then again, so was my old PC here for certain games, and they never run. So, oh well. But yeah. But back in the days, I played all those the Need for Speed games. I was a big fan of the series. I mean, especially the older titles. I mean, I started with like 2, Need for Speed 2. I also played 1, like the original one, but the first one was a bit crude. But the second one was so fun, especially back then. You could like basically I never played a Need for Speed game, especially the early ones. Like they are intended as a racing simulation. I only like crashed my cars into like the most craziest ways, because there were even like stages where you could clip into some things or break some things. Some of them were intended to break, some of them were not intended. But you could mess around with the engine, so it was fun to play. Need for Speed's high stakes, yeah. I mean, of course, and then of the more modern titles where you had basically open world maps, you could like, those were cool as well. Oops, just clicked away. But I was never like really into cars, so for me those were like all like fast cars. But nowadays it's like because back then those stopped playing after the NS Need for Speed 2015. Yeah, I don't know when I stopped. Guess it was a bit more earlier than that. But yeah, because back then all the games that were featured in racing games were pretty much like supercars, things that you could never obtain in real life. You might never even see them. But nowadays it's more like common, especially with like the capacity that some games offer, like Gran Turismo or Forza, that you have like more normal cars in the games that people might actually or own in real life, like smaller like economy cars, or like even like some, you know, like tuner cars. So I guess that's more appealing for people because it's a more tangible thing to get in real life. Might not own a Koenigsegg at some point, but you might still can own a Nissan, like what is it called? Or was it now a Supra? Toyota Supra. That's a cool car, I think. I crushed my tuned Honda over the overpass entrance. Yeah. I watched Initial D 20 years ago. Really that long ago? I mean, I guess. Initial D I never watched, but I mean I know the memes and the music, the Eurobeat. That's a cool thing, but yeah, of course. Supra, yeah. I like the new Supra. I know people make fun of it because it's like a BMW engine in it, I guess. But I like the design. I mean, I also like the Honda Civic Type R, the 2018 one, like the last one, like that was like super overstyled, because we saw one at the on the highway on the German Autobahn, and we immediately like noticed the car. It looked so flashy, because I know if I would drive a sports car, like any type of sports car, I would people like to know. I'm not into sleeper cars. They look super boring to me. So I would like have like all the spoilers and the wings and the splitters, and have like at least a flashy color. I know like Itasha is it's very hard to like even set up and maintain, and like, you know. I mean, I guess it would be cool to have one, but like I said, even the process of making one is, I guess, a bit tedious, to get the graphics and to get the people who apply the foil and like to maintain it, and then to, you know, always have to worry about vandalism. I don't know, doesn't seem very appealing to me. Oh yeah, the UFO. Had a Volvo and it was a sleeper. Oh, nobody expected a Freddie Harper on it. Yeah, that's like, there are so many cars now basically that have crazy high horsepowers, and even back then, because we never like had any like even like remotely powerful cars, because other than Germany, we have like a thing where it gets more and more expensive the more horsepower a car has, like in terms of like taxes and like insurance. That's like a fairly like unique thing in Austria, I think, because I don't even think like Germany has this, and especially not like United States or anything like that, because otherwise they could not drive those cars. But yeah, it's like crazy. I looked up like even the insurance on a normal Honda Civic Type R that has like, I guess, 300 horsepower was like almost 3,000 euro a year, and it was like, oh my god, that's super expensive. Because buying a car is not that expensive, or not that, it's not the hard part, it's like maintaining the car. And on liter horsepower, yeah, people can destroy it out of spite, and yeah. And even if it's not like vandalism, if something gets damaged, it would be very cost intensive if you like scrape the car, or if gets into an accident. So. And I guess it's one of those things that is special because you cannot really obtain it, or you don't see it that often, so you might treasure it even more. Because if it would be like a thing that is easily obtained, let's say that you can, I was always wondering, like car colors, that first, of course, they are the most basic and boring things today. Nobody likes a flashy color anymore, and most often like white, gray, and black gets the most like resale value, so people are more incentivized to get like boring colors, and also because of the fleet stuff and that. But I was like wondering that almost no brand is like offering paint to sample. I know Porsche does it, but I was wondering if they like would at least offer that you can pick any color, like you have your RGB wheel and you can like basically set any color to it, and then you have like a one-off for like, make it a 10,000 euro like extra payment. I think people would participate in that. Oh, can see that. But yeah. So yeah, I was like, but then again, I don't know. It's like with like extras on a car. Most brands don't even offer them as much anymore, so you can't really, choose them. You always have like packages. You have to get one thing and also the other things as well. So you can't just if you say I want this but not this, it must likely not possible. So you get just a premium package that includes everything. But yeah, only boring colors. Yeah, I mean, there's like those are like the sometimes they show pictures from like the 70s, from like freeways or highways where all the cars had basically much brighter colors, and I do enjoy like colorful colors, like cars. my car, they didn't offer it in like a really intense green. There is one available, but not in our like country. In Czech they offered it in like this intense green. I would totally had like took it in green, but wasn't available. So it's just a very intense blue now. But you know, and also like the new one is a kind of like intense orange, almost golden. But they don't offer a station wagon anymore, so kind of a bummer. Okay, so would you send? Yeah, I can do this. I guess I can DM you on Twitch. Must be possible. I think. I hope so. I can do this. I will do this like after the stream. Okay. 70s muscle car and their chamois colors. Or send me a Twitter account. Okay. Yeah, I can do this as well. Yeah, Twitter is good. Twitter. Twitter. Let's go with that. Yeah. I think it's like. I mean, yeah, but cars are like really expensive if you think about it. I mean, if you have it as a hobby, I guess it's okay, but as a transport vehicle, it doesn't make much sense to have like a really powerful car. But then again, you really struggle these days to get a low power car like with under 100 horsepower. You will not able to be found one. And the thing is, you pay the taxes regardless if you drive or not. So, and most of the time, if you have like really like a car collection, or you have like a weekend car, a really nice one, most of the time it will sit around on the pavement and not be driven. So yeah. And then even with our small like grocery getter economy cars, with each of our cars we do this like total cost of ownership calculation. So from the first day we buy the car, we have a list where we put everything into it, like not only the gas but also insurance, repairs, service, even like small things like toll road things, or like a car wash, oil, like everything. And then of course we subtract the resale value if we resell it, and then we have the cost of ownership. And that's pretty hefty, gotta say. So, and if you break it down to like kilometer, like miles, driven kilometers, driven miles, yeah, insane. And that's for a really basic, small, like low power car. And then you can imagine if you buy like a nice BMW, like a 5 Series, and spec it out with all the extras. It's crazy how people can afford this. I mean, I know how people can afford this. They just lease it, and then you have like a 300, 400, 500 euro payment each year for each month for a car. And but then again, you don't have to worry about like reselling it, or like something happens with the car. It doesn't really matter. That reminds me of that I might have to like go to the car wash this weekend, but I don't want to, so I might not do it. Because I took a weekend shift on Sunday, like 5 o'clock a.m. I have to be at work, so I might get up at 4 a.m. and I hope I can drive with the bicycle to work because I don't have any gas in the car right now, so and I wouldn't be able to refill it because this early in the morning the gas station isn't open. So I might have driven myself into a corner here. Yeah, I'm always imagine myself as a race driver, where I only take so much gas that I basically need because I don't want to carry around the gas, a full tank of gas. It weighs me down, gets into my fuel economy, into my miles per gallon or like kilometer per liter. Doesn't sound as nice. Gotta say something with like imperial metrics, like freedom units. They sound nice. If you use them in a normal conversation, they sound way nicer than our like metric system or like our European stuff. Like kilometer, it's like, oh my god, so clunky. Miles, it rolls off the tongue more easily. Gotta say. Or gallon. It's a funny word. Gallon. At the gallon. Dun 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 dun. Oh my god, the first season pony soundtrack was so catchy. Oh my god. It never reached those highs again. All those songs so memorable, so singable, never reached that level again, sadly. But I guess it's hard to repeat that. So okay, I'm going to bed now. Thanks for the stream, and it was really nice. Every gram of weight counts. Yeah. So have a great night. I will. Oh, it's almost midnight again. So I guess I will do the weathering on those poles, and then I will also call it quits. And yeah, we'll see each other again on Monday, maybe Plum Monday. Try to get something done over the weekend off stream so that we have some progress, maybe. It's always hard to tell how much this affect, because this looks kind of like intense now, but when it dries, it looks like this. So it's so maybe I will now switch over to dry paste. I want to try this. I really have to be careful that I don't touch the original paste. Oh, let's paint over this as well. I was like, oh, I made a mistake. Okay, now let's see if we can add some gray into the mix. But what we have here, it's matte. Come on, matte. It's good. It's matte. Let's see. Some dreck. Let's see how this goes. Does it even like do something? Normally it should like add something here to be visible. If I go into the cracks, because it's so like so coarse that something has to stick on it. Okay, yeah, it totally comes to life. See, that's the stuff. Weathering is such a strange thing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they will look better and better the more closer to finish we are getting. But weathering is such a strange thing, isn't it? I mean, it's like normally you would not, like in real life, you would not appreciate it as much because it's a normal thing that occurs. If you buy something you buy such a lantern from the like garden center for your garden. If you buy it, it would be, of course, I mean, there are like weathered ones, but let's say you buy a non-weathered one because it simply is a thing that is made out of like polystone, resin, whatnot, like those materials, and it simply looks like stone. It might be even real stone, but let's say it looks like stone. They try to imitate this stone pattern, whatnot. And you would like even search for one that is like perfect. You would say, oh, there is a little blemish. I will not take that one. I will search for a more like mint one, like a more perfect one. But with like models, like every like if you do like miniature houses or landscapes or like model trains, if you have those things that are like brand spanking new, it looks a bit weird. It doesn't look like reality then. So you start to weather things, but you wouldn't do this for your new bought things in real life, wouldn't it? You would not buy a piece of furniture and then damage it on purpose just to make it more look more run down. You would quite the contrary. You would try to keep it as perfect as possible. And when you do a small like nick into your like kitchen like surface, like your kitchen counter, then you might be even upset that it's not perfect anymore. So it's an interesting thing, I think. And with weathering, there are even like techniques that you can use. So I know a technique that it looks more like old and run down. By the way, old and run down. I just destroyed this like tool that comes with the. Okay, so I have to use my fingers now. Might be an indication that I'm trying too hard or like scrubbing too hard. I guess the final touch would be that I will take the panel line ink and drop it into those deep crevices. So I guess I would say let's try this. Let's try some panel line ink, and then don't overdo it, I guess, with the weathering. Maybe I can add some like splashes where the water ran down and let some marks. But yeah, weathering is an interesting thing to do, I think. Making perfect things look imperfect. What an odd way. Guess I have to also, if I use the dry rub on it, I guess I have to like spray it a bit with a top coat. Of course, I will not use the the premium top coat because I'm not stupid, or I mean it was payday, but don't spray this expensive shit on my models that I might destroy afterwards. I will just use a regular top coat. It's good enough for you. My hands look also kind of weathered. That's where you know that it's working. Oh. So okay, let's add those. Let's see if this like works. Kinda. I mean, it's no. Oh, that was a heavy drop. Okay, that might be a bit too intense. Luckily, I can just remove it. So now, okay, yeah, it's at least now you can see the crack. And also keep in mind that the camera is not like showing this super well. I can try to like zoom in a bit more so that it might pick up the finer details. Of course, then there would be like in those like cracks, like where there is a corner, a natural forming corner, there would be more dust and more grime and more like dirt in it, so you can go a bit like more intense with the black. And then I guess I have some green as well. Maybe I can add some green, like plant stuff, like moss. I also gotta say I have to account that the panel line ink does also dry, and is not as intense when it's dried up. So let's account for that as well. Okay, let's use the tissue that is like also kind of a weathering tool by now. And maybe now let's look for some green, because I don't use those ones, but I have some green over here. This is like, let's see, green. There has to be some green. Yeah, there is one. There is green, gray, and yellow. The classic tank colors: green, gray, and yellow. I have to open those at some point. Hey, camera. Come over here. Come to me. Oh, there it is. Nice. Wishing you a good night and wonderful weekend. See you at Monday stream. Yeah, thank you so much for dropping by. Hope you had a great time. Wish you a nice weekend as well. And thank you so much for stopping by. I really enjoyed. So let's see if the green, like some moss. Oh, that's very good. Actually, that was a fine idea. Oh my god. It's for the first time that I'm seeing what I'm doing, because the gray and the yellow was like, does it even do something? But the green is good. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this. Some green here. I mean, I would be a bit proud if this like turns out like super well, the whole base, that it looks better than the original. If the figure is mounted on it and with like the overall, like the construct, the overall construct, the extended base, I would be pleased if it looks better than the original one. Don't know if it's worth the time to do this, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, so I guess tomorrow I can top coat those lanterns, or the one, and then I have to install the glasses as well. Oh, they are still glasses. I almost forgot that I have to put in the glasses, and then I have to illuminate them. Oh my god, there's so much work to do. Maybe I have to push back this to July. No, I will try to have it done by June, someone in June. Because let's face it, it's not that much work anymore. And usually I pick up some speed when we are close to getting to the finish line. But today, or like tomorrow, for better lack of a term, today it's Saturday, all right. I have to go up early at the morning and start to edit my video, my month in figure video. That's the thing. Even if people don't like don't watch it, not many people watch it, I want to have it done. I don't know. And now I can like, this is like a yellow. I mean, this is yellow. I mean, for me, like, you know, my understanding, this is yellow. This is like, this is not yellow. This is like, I don't know, what would you call it? Like beige. But I can like do some corners where the stone is like rubbed off to set a few highlights, because white would be too much, but with the yellow one I can mark some highlights on the corner. So that's basically a technique that every corner is like a bit lighter and every like crevice is a bit deeper, is a bit darker, so brings out the contrast in the lantern. Because you can also do this at the top of the crevice, because the stone would like fracture there. So I guess. Also, I had to sand those lanterns as well, because the structure paste that I applied to it was still too coarse. Didn't look very good, I think. So, but now I will leave it as it is, and I might even apply the what is it called, the windows. But I guess I have to wash my hands first. But yeah, let me show this to you. This is like I don't have an unweathered one anymore, but let's see. Let's zoom in all the way. Try to get it into focus. Yeah, okay. So that's the weathered one. I guess those like spots are a bit too pronounced here on the top, so I can water them down a bit and add some mud. Sometimes it also helps to look at things through a camera, because this is ultimately what the item will be used for, a camera, like a photo. So if it looks like good to the naked eye, it might not look good to the camera. But yeah, so this is like the weathered one. Is there like yeah, there was like a bit of a fracture there, like here. You can see where those this crevice meets the other side. You can imagine that there is some stone missing. So let's highlight this area a bit. Also those rounded corners. So now it looks like this. Huh? That's interesting. I mean, that's the bottom. The bottom is almost unweathered, so no. And that's the one that is just basic, like painted. Side by side. It's not that much of a difference, but this looks a bit more crude, where this is like a bit more pronounced. I can add some green to it as well, a bit more, like moss. The original ones on the base have a bit more like silver grayish touch to them, and I did not like that. So yeah, and now of course I have to also take the top on those lanterns. So I have to weather at least one top. Why is this like totally black here. Doesn't make any sense. Guess I have something on. I have something on my fingers, don't I? So let's see. We start with the mud again, and try to apply the mud into the like convex surfaces. I think would be ideal thing to do. I mean, if you want to be like super like detailed oriented, you also could choose a weather side as well. Especially if you do this for a diorama, you could say, okay, this is like the weather side, and on the weather side there is more like dirt and more like moss or like grass is growing. Something like that would also like do well with fake grass, with those like for model terrain where you have like individual hairs of grass sticking out. But for that intended base design, I don't need grass, so no need for that. It's hard to tell if this even does something, to be honest. It's not super intense, those weathering like pastes, especially on those more crude models. I guess it works fine on plastic models where it's just an even surface. But this is already kinda like smeared on, so So the green one works best, I think. So if we have like the green one and you just use it sparsely on the corners, you immediately see a green tint to it. But the gray ones here, they do nothing basically. I can't even make them out if I applied them or not. So well, let's add some green moss here and there. Okay, and then of course some yellow. Cannot get over it, how stupid this is. Then of course we have to do some panel line ink as well to get an even higher contrast. There is a crevice here, so I can highlight this very intensely. So okay, so now let's add the panel line ink for those like cracks to have them more pronounced. And also some of the like areas where grime might accumulate over time. And if it's too much, just remove it. Again, doesn't really matter as much. Okay, so that's the weathered lantern, at least one of them. I guess I can do some more weathering stuff on the underside. Can even go like with the more like watercolor. Yeah, so it's a bit more darker on the underside. Let it dry for a moment. So now I have one, and I need to do this like 4 more times. but I will not do it today because it's getting already kind of late, and in a few hours I will be awake again working on the video. So yeah. But it was a fun stream today, wasn't it? I mean, we had chocolate, we had gin. I even restrained myself from eating the whole chocolate bar, so I'm very proud of myself. We managed to replicate the figure's resting point. So once this is all dried up, I will sand the base and I will put it together. And next Friday on full time, I might even show you the whole thing with the figure like safely resting on it. And once this is accomplished, I can paint everything. That goes super quickly, I promise. And then I will just make the other like bits and parts off stream over the week. When summer is high and the weather is fine, I will be down here at the basement workshop, not breaking a sweat. And then at some point, like the Friday, after the Friday that comes next, we might be able to install the LEDs and then we will take the photo. Or I will take the photo. But maybe, if you are very well behaved and if you like, you know, earned this, if you really earned this, since this is an indoor shoot and I now have all the tools at the studio, mainly the monitor, the TV that I can like use as a background for figure photos as well, I might be able to live stream the making of the figure photo. Wouldn't that be cool? Because up there I have two things. I mean, I have more than two things, but I have like two things. First is an OBS that is lacking, but that's not a good thing, but it is what it is. And I have a like way to connect the camera with the PC so that you can look through the viewfinder. I guess, I hope. It must be possible. There is no video in, but I guess I can do this via USB. Has to be a way. I have to look into this. Because there is no video in to the PC, because I'm not a gaming person that is like using footage from a console. So I didn't install a video capturing card, so there is no HDMI in, only HDMI out. But this has to be done with a USB as well, I guess, because with the wireless, with the Wi-Fi, we already tried this here in the workshop and it barely worked, and I think it will also not work upstairs. But you know, let's see. So okay, my hands are like kind of like you know. I hope this gets off, but I have one finished lantern, one weathered lantern, and I'm kind of proud of it, gotta say. I mean, most of this was done by the 3D printer. Let's be honest. Let's don't kid ourselves. But I mean, look at it. It looks. I mean, in person it is way more like yellowish. The color of the on the camera is a bit too cold, but this looks the part, I would say. Oh. Okay. So I guess I have to top coat this because I'm afraid that the dry powder will rub off easily. But yeah, one weathered lantern. That's a nice frame. I like that. That's because the monitor is like so. Also, it's not perfectly like clipped. I just noticed. Okay. So yeah, this is like side by side comparison. Let's see. So weathered one and partly unweathered one. It's not much of a difference, isn't it? But in person you can see the difference. So yeah, but they look nice as they are now. I also have to like, this is the base. I guess I can now remove the pole because the clay already has dried up to a certain degree. I also have to like okay, this is the finished one. I have to like put this aside because look at this, how nice this might look. That one, and also especially that one that is like hanging off the edge. Don't know exactly how to do this, to achieve this, that it's hanging from the edge like that. I guess it's also a big one, kind of small one. It has to be hanging from the edge like this. I guess I have to cut this at some point. It also like rubs off the white already, so I might have to cut this into here. Should I cut it now? Let's see. Let's see if I can cut it now. Is there any way to mark this? Yeah, there is a pen. Because I'm curious. I want to see it. I want to see it. Let's cut this down. I want to see if this is possible. Okay, 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 okay. It's not like butter, but it cuts through. Let me switch the monitor one last time. One last time. Okay, now we can, I guess, cut through it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's ha ha ha. Look at that. Is it cake or is it base? It is base. Look at it. And now, ooh, look at this. Isn't that pretty? It now looks like the base is like it's the bit that fell apart, like here, like that one. I mean, I have to glue this together, but it looks like this. Look. I mean, you get the idea, don't you? Let's put this below here. Oh, now it looks perfect. Can you? Oh, okay, that's too much weight on it, but you get the idea, isn't it? It's like, huh? It's like so cool. I mean, I hope this makes more sense once the base is extended, because now it's like, why I'm even doing this if I have a perfectly normal base up there. But yeah, still. Okay, so now it's like really late. Let me check something before I call it quit. Yeah. It's kind of late. I will now end the stream. Thank you so much for watching today's full time. It was a pleasure as always. I really like those workshop streams. I really enjoyed them. I was like not sure if I would do this for an extended period of time, but now I have to do it like almost half a year now, and I really enjoy working on those models on camera. So, and I think I'm getting better at it. I mean, not at the model work. That's hopefully I'm good already at making those models, but like with the whole like presentation and with the whole streaming stuff, I think I'm getting there. So thank you so much for stopping by, and see you again on Monday if you want for Plum Monday, and if not, on Friday for full time. So take care out there, and I will see you later. Bye.